Hello, everybody. I am just doing a quick sound check as we start this morning. Came on a minute early so that I could make sure everything was set up. I can see me. Can I hear me? Okay, let's see. Not sure I can hear me. Uh-oh. There we go. Okay, I can hear me. And I can see comments. So if you catch me looking down here, I have another device to check comments. All right, let's get started. So good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, good night, wherever you might be in the world. I am Deb Krajacek. I'll tell you a little bit more about me in a minute, but today we are welcoming you to the Beauty Within DK Facebook page and community group. And my apologies, my dog is so excited about something, just as I'm excited about being here. So please bear with him. He will settle down. There's likely a delivery at the front door. And I want to also welcome you to the Believe Releasing process. This is video 1 of a 5-part video series. And what we're going to do today is have an overview for the month. And the Believe Releasing process is a God-given process, but it's been documented by Fifth Dimension Earth, Liv and Raf Okanya. And what the Believe Releasing process does is it will help you with your energetic mind's healing and your physical healing, your energetic physical healing as well. So by the end of this live, I am hoping that you will better understand on a high level the supportive, God-given Believe Releasing process and how your higher self and loving guidance with actionable steps will relabel your fear-labeled memories in your subconscious mind to love-labeled memories. And if you remember from last month, I just did an updated higher self video series. So you can find that in the playlist on my business page, Beauty Within DK with Deb Krajacek. Or you can join my free private Facebook group and it will be in there in the guide section as well. So the main focus for today, though, is going to be step 1 in the Believe Releasing process. And I'll also, if you stay to the end, you'll be able to hear about upcoming programs and ways to work with me. You will be able to find all of the links in the post above, but please feel free to DM me if you have questions or if there's something you're looking for and you can't find it. And of course, we will have a chance for questions and answers today. So as we are here together on the live, or if you're joining on replay, please post your questions in the comments and I will answer them before the live is over, or I will come back to them later today if you are on replay. And I've got a light going out. That's why it's getting dimmer. So my apologies for that. Okay. Also, as you're joining, I would love to hear where you're tuning in from. So comment below. Where are you in this broad, beautiful world? And of course, share the page. If you are excited and loving what you're seeing here in the content, please share the page. Please join my free Facebook group. Invite your friends. And as always, all of my videos are on replay if you are unable to attend live. So I promised you a little bit more about me. Here I am, Deb Krajacek. I'm the DK in Beauty Within DK. I am a Believe accredited practitioner, a Fifth Dimension Earth certified healer, and an evolved changemaker divine. So I'm basically your leading edge physical guide and healer, and I'm here to help support you as you're ready to awaken, ready to heal, ready to feel good, ready to live, and ready to evolve, ready for your true, beautiful magnificence. So what I'm sharing today may be different than your understanding to things that you currently understand, but please just allow this to flow. Just feel the truth of the information I am sharing with you, and please ask any questions that you have. And of course, cheers! I get thirsty. So, last fall, I created a Magnificence Journey video series. You can find it in my private group. I will try to add it to playlists on the page at a later date, or possibly on my YouTube channel that I'm building. So, what the Magnificence Journey is truly a culmination of how I have become who I am today over the past few years through my own journey of disconnection to feeling the call to awaken, to awakening, reaching my broadest truth, living my truths, becoming an evolved physical human, and to continue on to my own true beautiful magnificence. So these are the exact steps that I took to become beautifully divine whole, and how I'm continuing towards my divine beautiful magnificence. And it's truly been magical, my entire journey. Yes, there's ups and downs, but it's truly been magical and absolutely transformative within my life. It's evolved with I've evolved since the time I created the Magnificence Journey video series in the fall, and I'm excited to continue to share this with you as you're on each of your own journeys as well. So again, last month then was the Meet Your Higher Self series, and that is focused on just part of the first step of the Magnificence Journey that I took. So this part today, the believe releasing process, is part of the second step in the Magnificence Journey. So there's so much. So I'm just picking a few things out here and there of each step to go through with you overall over the next coming months. So we're, for reference, in step 2 of the Magnificence Journey and focusing on the believe releasing process this month. Okay, so how about a believe releasing process overview? I'm just quickly going to go through the different steps, and then we are going to focus on step 1 today. If you would like more in-depth information and you don't want to wait for each week of the month, if you join my free private group, there is a series in there called the Awakening Journey series, and I believe it is week 2, where I go through the believe releasing process more in depth than I will today, and it's a longer standalone video within that series. Okay, so the believe releasing process, as I mentioned, it's part 2 in your magnificence journey to true beautiful magnificence. And just a little overview, it's a God-given process. Anyone can receive it, but it was documented by Fifth Dimension Earth in the book Believe. The book's about that thick. It is glorious, and everybody should have a copy of it and use it all the time until they get to the next segment of their journey and have it down pat as energetic habit in a good way to be able to continue on from there. You'll feel an overall shift in emotions during the process, from fear to love, hope, freedom. And as you let go the past and begin feeling better using the process and the tools that are provided in the book, you will continue on towards true lasting change. And that's what we all really, really want deep down. When you don't know why life feels like it sucks and everything's going wrong, you want change. But sometimes as physical humans, we can find that we are fearful of that change. We don't know what's on the other side. And sometimes the journey to get through, to get to the other side, is tough. It's challenging. It has its ups and downs. And sometimes it may not feel like it's worth it, but I can assure you, it absolutely is. Everything that you want is on the other side of taking those fear label experiences and emotions and relabeling them to love and having true understanding and connection with who you are, with who God is through you, and so on and so forth. And it's so important. If you are able to do this on your own with God and the book, fantastic. If you're able to do it on your own with God, the book, the free online Believe Releasing Process program by Fifth Dimension Earth, great. But what has happened, what has occurred is that there are 5 of us, only 5 of us in the world that are able to help you with this currently. We're called Believe Accredited Practitioners, and we specialize in helping other physical humans with this process and more. So keep that in mind. If you are wanting someone who's gone before you and gone through it and understands all of the trials and tribulations and all things physical human and all things non-physical human who can help you with this, I'm here. That's what we're all here for. So it is nice to help propel yourself with someone there to hold your hand through it all. I get it. And I am a Believe Accredited practitioner that did most of it on my own with the book and with some minimal mentorship from some wonderful coaches that kept pushing me to do things on my own instead of just giving me the answers, until I was ready to actually level up even more and really jump in to where I energetically was able to earn this place in this universe to help others achieve this as well. Okay, so cheers to God. So it's important to remember that during the Believe Releasing process, you will always be doing this with your higher self. And again, I did the whole higher self series last month. You can check it out in the playlist or check it out in the guides in my private group and learn more about your higher self that way. But your higher self is driving this. None of the Believe Releasing process is consciously driven by you. So just take that weight off your shoulders, because there'll be things coming to you and you'll wonder why, or this again, or what have you. And it's not you, it's your higher self. Your higher self knows how to do this Believe Releasing process and will guide you and lovingly push you towards completion of it. So take that weight off your shoulders, that anything that comes to you is not being driven by you. It's being driven by your higher self. And remember, just let go of any fear around any of the spiritual terminology you might hear me use, any of the spiritual reference you might hear me use. Just feel. You'll feel the truth of it if you just let go and allow. And saturate in it. And as the time becomes right time, you will definitely have more clarity in all of it. Okay, so high level overview. There's 5 steps to the Believe Releasing process. In the first one, your higher self will highlight to you low vibration that needs to be addressed, linked to the key experience. And in the second, you from a place of tranquility and balance will allow yourself to receive the experience from your higher self. You won't block it. You'll allow it. And what the emotions along with that experience are linked to. So this is going to be something where you'll remember an experience. You'll feel the fear in it. Now, when I say fear, it's basically like fractions in math. you can reduce all of your emotions down to fear or love. That's it. So if that helps simplify it for you, when I say fear, that's what I mean. So if you feel devastated, if you feel hurt, if you feel betrayed, it's all fear labeled. If you feel loved and supported and appreciated, those are love labels, just to give you an example. Okay, so step 3 is further understanding of the experience applied for broader connection to the events. So this is going to be around why others chose to behave in the way they did that are involved in your event and experience. Step 4 has 2 parts. It's 4A, 4B. So 4A is in finding love for yourself and others, you have truth creation. This is magical, and there's so many little intricacies of why things maybe didn't work before, like affirmations. You can say them till the cows come home, but unless you get to where you can create a truth properly, it's not going to stick, and your subconscious won't believe you. Okay, so 4B, step 4B is going to be to create journey level truths. And these are almost a level above the truths that you would have created in 4A, step 4A. And step 5 is let go. Let go. You'll end up changing your habits and finding yourself in new and different mind states and really becoming the change that you wanted and learning to live that way. All right, so today though, we're going to focus on step 1. So your higher self will highlight you low vibration that needs to be addressed, that's linked to a key experience. So low vibration in general, there is a lengthy explanation in the Awakening Journey series of videos I created in my private group. But low vibration is going to be anything that makes you feel, experiences make you feel not good, and the low vibration can actually end up being stored in your body. So that's just a quick little overview of the definition, but I would definitely go, if you're really interested in a deeper understanding, go back to that video series, Awakening Journey series, and take a listen, take a watch. So the things that your higher self, the experiences that they're going to bring through that highlight this low vibration, it's going to be not just another bad day kind of feeling. Like, we've all had that, right? At some point in our lives where we're like, oh, everything's going wrong today. Nothing's going right. And why me and all of that. But these are going to be experiences that were not just another bad day. They're going to be things like that have been pivotal basically in your life, whether you recognize that yet or not. It's going to be things that actually affected you on a far deeper level than you ever considered until now, that you are able to listen to these words and really have that light bulb start to go off, have the dots start to be connected, that meant something, and wanting to know what it meant and understanding it fully so that you can change how you feel about it. So what's going to happen is your higher self is going to keep poking you and prodding you and bringing you these things to notice and to address what they are and what they're making you feel. So there's so many times that we don't even, as physical humans, until we learn how to do it, we don't even realize the intricacies of the different emotions we're feeling. And sometimes two emotions might feel so similar that we just kind of lump them into being labeled as the same thing, like hurt or hate or love or whatever it might be. But there's actually slight differences in the energy behind every single emotion. And you too can learn how to feel these differences so that you can have the best understanding possible for you to be able to go through and complete the believe releasing process. So some of the things that might come to you are recurrences in your life. Let's say relationships are a good example. You are always ending up with the wrong kind of man or woman or whoever. So you have a type and you've bought into the belief that that's your type. But what happens is that type never works out. And until you stop and allow and notice, you're going to keep falling into that same type. And why is that? Why do you have these repeat offender experiences? It's your higher self bringing you another experience of the same type, because it is time for you to notice your higher self poking and prodding you to wake up and see what's happening. That you are creating this and it can be changed. So we'll stick with that example. You meet some guy, you fall in love, or so you think, and he does something to betray you. Classic story, right? And you're hurt and you've sworn off dating, and then you go out with your friends and you see a handsome guy and you get together and you fall in love, or so you think, and he betrays you and you're hurt again. And woe is me, why is this happening? And it happens again. And maybe again, I don't know, maybe you have a lot of boyfriends or girlfriends, who knows? But at some point, when is enough enough? When is it that you realize the common denominator in all of these experiences is you? And I say that with the utmost love for you as a beautiful human and a beautiful human soul that is just hurting and not noticing how to get out of it. I was there too. I have had these experiences like so similar to every experience other people have had. And maybe they haven't all been exactly like the experience you've had. But it's the same common denominator of fear and love. And so being able to translate that and understand that has helped so much. And I can help you with that too. So you've had this experience. The same thing continues to happen in your life. It's not just another bad day. It is an experience your higher self is bringing to you, trying to get you to feel the call to awaken, to feel the call to start the believe releasing process and change your life forever and truly. So this step is actually all about allowing and noticing. My doorbell rang. And for right now, you don't need to worry or focus on the how to change anything. We will talk about that in later videos. But remember, your higher self is always going to be guiding you and helping you through this. She, or he if you're male, has brought you these experiences and wants you to go through them with her or him. Okay, so I want to talk about something practical that's going to help you. In the back of the Believe book and also in the free Believe program, there are feel set tools. And I'm going to just pull out a few of them that are going to help you along with just this first step of the believe releasing process. And to be honest, the believe releasing process in and of itself, in its entirety, is actually a feel set tool. But just to focus on step one, here are a few things you can start doing on your own right now, today, that can help you and get you ready for step two when we talk about it next week. So there is a thing called a feel set tool called the Believe Awareness List. The Believe Releasing Process Awareness List. And that in and of itself has 4 steps to it. But the main thing that I want you to take away today, because we're not going to go into it in detail, the main thing is to note the low vibrational experience or emotion that's being brought to you by your higher self. So let's say you're just minding your own business, shopping for groceries, or you're at the farm market picking up vegetables, and all of a sudden you notice that you don't feel so good. You feel like there's a heaviness about life in general. It could be as general as that, or it could be that maybe you pick up, and this is a great example, it's in the book, maybe you pick up a piece of broccoli and you feel like crying, and you have no idea why. Whenever you're near broccoli, you just want to cry and feel terrible. So just take note. Notice, this is something that would go on your awareness list. I feel terrible when I touch broccoli. I felt terrible while I was at the grocery store. I felt terrible when I got my beach chair out of my trunk to go sit at the beach today. I didn't feel good about getting in the car to run an errand. It can be anything, so please don't feel like it has to be some big monumental experience that you're going through. It can be something that's seemingly small or anything in between. But notice when you don't feel good and jot it down on that awareness list. So something else I want to point out to you is that because this process, the believe releasing process, is always done with your higher self, make sure if you do not have a good connection, a good conscious connection with your higher self, go back to the practical guide for connecting to your higher self. So in there is an energy practice, and I can assist you with this as well. Any of these feel set tools in private one-to-one, if you would like, just DM me and we'll get you set up. But there's a practical guide for connecting to your higher self with an energetic practice to do that, and then tuning exercises. So things like non-predominant hand drawing. So if you're a right-handed person, you draw with your left-handed and let your higher self guide you. Writing, typing at the computer, you can invite your higher self, set the intention for her to join you in a favorite pastime or activity, like going out for a walk or bicycle riding or going out dancing or whatever. You know, you can even bring your higher self with you shopping at the grocery store, right? And there's so many. There's also feel set tools in the free higher self program by Fifth Dimension Earth as well, online. And just wanted to highlight those couple of tools for you for this week. And remember, before we look at questions, just remember, your higher self will bring through to you downloaded thoughts and feelings. That was our focus of the video today. Step 1 of the believe releasing process. And then coming up in the next weeks, you will purposely relabel your fear labeled memories in your subconscious mind to love labeled memories. We'll be talking about that. We'll be talking about you removing any egoic resistance to your inner being vortexes of emotion for each and every memory. Ooh, that one's juicy, isn't it? We'll talk about how you will control all of the stored and transitional low vibration generated because of your past experiences. we'll talk about letting go, talk about perspective, and practice that you will gain a deeper understanding as you actually go through the process. And also through the process, you're going to create new truths. And as the process continues, through practice and perspective, your higher self will bring you more opportunities to strengthen your truths. It's really such a beautiful process. Maybe not when you're in it and you're having to go through it. There are times you will just want to sleep or cry, and that's okay. Let it out and get moving. But overall, looking back on it, what a beautiful God-given process. He has given us the ability to be connected back to who we are through our soul and to Him, as well as the process to find out who we are as we were created in the very beginning. So, beautiful, beautiful process. I'm checking for questions now. And again, I don't see any live, but if you are watching on replay, by all means, feel free to post them below and I will answer them for you. Okay, as promised, upcoming programs to help you on your journey to true, beautiful magnificence. So, I am running a program. This is a 5th Dimension Earth certified program. It's called The Broadest Truth. That's going to start tomorrow. To be able to take that program and run with it, you need to be consciously connected to your higher self. So if you are not consciously connected to your higher self, now's the time to start. I've started you on your tools to be able to do that with the video series, and you can get ready for the next time The Broadest Truth runs. But if you're already consciously connected to your higher self, but you have not reached your broadest truths, sign up. It starts tomorrow, and it's a group format. It's so good for you. It really is. And just an example, my broadest truth is I am magnificent. So there's a lot of truths to get from where you are now to the broadest truth, but it's amazingly doable. And this is a fast track. This is awakening in 4 weeks. So most of us who are teaching this in our community, it's taken us 18 months to 2 years to get to this point. So because we were able to go through that, we are now able to help you as your physical guide to help you get there so much faster than it ever took for us. Upcoming in June is my Living Your Truths program. And this is about that step 5 of the releasing process of being able to just settle in your new energy and how you are now after the releasing process and living like that, living day to day. It takes practice. And there's times where you think, did I actually do it? Yes, you did. And it's just a matter of clearing up some of the habitual residual energy, and that's what that program is about, is helping you live in your truths. And it can also help you if you're already in Evolve You. There'll be more about that later if you don't know what I am talking about. I can tailor it to help you if you're living in Evolve You and you need help with that as well. Okay, and then coming up in July is Evolve You. So this is like in the magnificence journey, this is probably pinnacle. This is like a whole new reference of God. So a reference of God is like a time period. And most everybody is living in the solution of God. That's how you understand God, to be able to understand Him as physical human. But obviously He's been around, right? Forever. And will continue to be around forever, for all of eternity. But several of us were able to move into Evolve You energy, which is a new energy. And we coexist on the same planet together with the Solution of God souls and the Evolve You souls. And it's like kicking it up a notch. It's soul-led living with God, basically. So that Evolve You program is starting in July. And something special, I am bringing back the Meet Your Higher Self special offer this month. So if you book into the Broadest Truth today for the start tomorrow, you're going to get that standalone session free. And even if you've already met your higher self and you're well on your way, you can ask anything, or we can explore with a guide or another non-physical entity, whatever you prefer. And get ready, because there's going to be some brand new leading edge insight for a higher self program that I am creating. I'm pretty sure it's higher self. There may be guides mixed in. We'll see how it all shakes out. It is in the beginning stages of creation. So, just to remind you, this free weekly Believe Releasing process series will be continuing next Tuesday, May 10th, same time, same place. Well, maybe a different room. I had originally started in setting up in a different room, but the energy wasn't quite right in there today, so I moved back up here. And then this Friday, well, actually 2 times this month, I will be providing free live guidance around your higher self. Or maybe if you have another question, that's great too. So that'll be 2 times. The first one's coming up this Friday. So feel free to hop on. There's an event post already. So if you are going to miss the live broadcast of it, but you have a question, just put your question down in the comments and I will be happy to go through those and make sure that I share guidance from your higher self for you. Okay. Also, all the booking links to enroll for the upcoming group programs are in the post above. You can also work with me one-to-one if you prefer. I do have packages that are set up, but I also can tailor make a package that's just right for you. I'm always happy to talk to you. So if you're not sure what you need next, or you've looked at my website or booking schedule and you're not finding what you thought you were hoping for, please reach out to me. Send me a direct message, because chances are it's actually there, or I can create it for you. It's just a matter of finding it and knowing what you need and getting it set up for you. So, thank you all for being here. And please remember, it's time to transform to the next segment on your journey towards your own beautiful, true beautiful magnificence. So let's manifest true, beautiful magnificence together. And I will see you next week for part 2 of the Believe Releasing process series, and later this week on Friday for the live higher self guidance Ask Me Anything session. Sending you so much love. Bye for now.